Hey YouTube, what's going on? This your boy Baby Boy, and today we're gonna bring you the last yokai shift style that's in the Nioh 2 beta, and this is the Pharaoh one. You may have seen my previous video about it, kind of explaining what it is supposed to do. But now that we have access to skills and stuff, I'm actually gonna show you some other stuff that I've learned while playing as the other yokai shift styles here and there. So first things first, we're actually gonna transform. So again, you'll know it's feral because it'll be a blue color. This is essentially how you look. I've also noticed that the armor that you wear on your waist and legs doesn't change with your yokai styles. That stays. So, gonna fight an enemy here. So, the counter move for this one isn't a true counter. It's not a true counter because you can only do it correctly when there's an enemy attacking, right? If an enemy is not attacking, it just does a dash, right? And so that's where this comes from. So you only get the dashing kick when you're being attacked. So keep that in mind when you're fighting, that if your enemy is not attacking you, it's not going to do anything. Alright, so one thing I did notice while playing this is that you can integrate this move fairly easily in the combos if you do it right. So notice how you're able to integrate the charge triangle button attacks into your regular combo strings, granted if you have enough space, and it also travels you forward a lot, so it's good for closing the gap for enemies that like to throw things at you like ninjas. So if you want to close that gap and punish them for it, you can do that, because the wind-up animation for throwing any item in this game, it takes a minute, especially Omyo magic. So just be aware of that. So we're gonna fight this yokai. Again, you can't counter those, so if you get hit, you get hit. So I just used Shadow Step and Shadow Stab just then. So Shadow Stab and Shadow Step, you can integrate those easily into your combo. So it just depends how you want to fight and how you want to do damage. So that's essentially what it does. So I'm gonna show you what the Spirit combo attack looks like. So like I said, you do a axe kick and then your spirit comes out. So technically you don't have to be up close to your opponent for this to work effectively. So notice just then that that even though my spirit came out, it didn't do damage to him, because most yokai are invulnerable when they do that. So while you're in human form and you mistime this, you just take damage like you normally would. It's not as forgiving as the Phantom, where if you do it too early, you get hit. If you do it just before the attack hits, you get the counter. But if you are able to find the gray area and use your shield, then it just blocks the damage and you're fine. In this style, you kind of have to wait for the attack to come at you, and if you get hit, then you get the counter 100% of the time. But if you do it way before, like I said, you just do that and you get no counter, and that's just wasted meter. And you're probably in a bad position because you probably teleported into a different direction that you didn't mean to go into. So yeah, that's basically how the Pharaoh style works. I've gone over how the attacks look overall, but like I said, the Pharaoh style is just for quick attacks and just for getting in and out of danger when you need to. And once you understand how Shadow, Step, and Stab work into your combos, you can become a very, very big threat on the field because most of the yokais in this game aren't that fast. So use that to your advantage as the Pharaoh one, because the Pharaoh yokai shift is the fastest out. The second fastest is the brute, and then the third one is the phantom. So if you want to go fast, use this. And I'm gonna end this video here of just showing more in depth of how the yokai ships work when you actually have access to things. And I will be loading up more videos. I'll holla. Peace.